Hello, everyone. This is Sean, and welcome back to episode number 6 of our Wattford Skellington Railroad Transport Fever Let's Play. We're on hard difficulty on a free game Euro map. That's right, we're on a Europe map. And when we left off, it was 1885 when we left off, but it's actually now 1888 because I let the game run a little while to pay back all of our debt, and then actually we've banked up about $3 million. I also threw another train onto our passenger line because we were really accumulating a lot of passengers at our passenger station. So now we have 3 trains going on the Watford Skellington passenger line. Um, doesn't seem to be a problem. Seems to be sort of making money. I might have kind of blown that by throwing that third train on there. Never fail to destroy any profits I might be making by trying to make more profits. But right now, I think that we're pretty good here in Watford and Skellington. And so we're going to take some of this $3 million. Now, we've got a couple of years until the next train comes out. And I took a look at the information, and the next box cars don't come out until 1910. So we're going to have to wait a couple of trains to get those next box cars. But our next locomotive is going to come out in 1890. So we're going to start upgrading our trains then. But I also want to start getting some food and stuff going to this area down here. And I was looking, and I think all 3 of these cities here, we can we can hook up these 2 farms like to a station right here in the center, and then use that to deliver food to all 3 of these cities. And then we can get like a little passenger triangle going there, and then we can connect Howden up to like Watford, or maybe Howden to Halifax. Halifax, we're going to eventually want to connect this oil up to an oil well, even if it's just a little short line, like going from here down to here. Then we can get Halifax going, and we could connect Watford to Halifax and Halifax to Howden. But for now, I want to get this little section running here. So I think we will focus on that for this episode. We'll oh, actually, you know what? We could even run that oil down to here, because there's an oil refinery right there. So that would allow us to take advantage of that station. Now we can't really connect Howden up to that one though. But yeah, we'll worry about that later on. So for now, let's get this station built in here. And it looks like this is a pretty hilly area. So I don't think I'm going to want to try to build the station going this way. Let's switch it over to one of those, and we will. I'm actually going to go ahead and throw. Let's make it a big freight train station over here, because we could end up with a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, unfortunately, I won't really be able to have it running like that, which would have been ideal for the the way it's going to end up connecting. But because the way the hill goes, we're just going to put it there. But we will actually, let's put it with the road going on that side. So like that. And then we're going to connect the road up. So we want to connect to that farm up there. It should be pretty easy to just pull it down from here. And we'll do a couple of those down along this way and keep going until we get it connected up. Fairly affordable. Having that loan paid off is great, because that's giving us an extra $250,000 a year in profits. So we don't really have to, I mean, it's not saying don't have to do anything is an incorrect way of looking at it. We're just going to be making more money. That's all I'm trying to say there. There we go. So we've got that food area connected in. We can worry about connecting that one in later. And we're going to end up going, why not to Bentham first? This other town is a little further away, Beauty. So let's connect the city up here, and we'll just do a nice straight line from here. And straight line. There we go, autosave. Maybe curve a little more, because we're going to cut it too close if we keep going the way that I was going. There we go, that's going to be real good. And I guess maybe like right here, terrain alignment collision, sure, why not? There we go. That's better. $15,000 to build that, though. That's because we have to modify that road. All right, and then you two, we can do it for cheaper than that. All right, 10,000, 20,000, 23,000. Great, half price. All right, let's throw some stations in here. So we're going to have the food come in from up here, like that. Actually, I want them to be turning right on their way out. So we'll put, I don't want to remove any fields though. I guess I could do it right there. It doesn't necessarily need to be far away. And I want them to be turning right on their way in. So they're going to come this way. So they're going to go like, oh, but I do want to connect up to that station. Where are we at? 1889. So next year we're going to be upgrading our trains. We're going to kind of run out of all the money that we're going to spend on this stuff. I do want to leave that open so we can get the road going out that way. This truck station, how about like that? Does that connect up to the, doesn't really connect very well to the train station, unfortunately. You can see that it does, but it doesn't highlight it as much as I might like. But I think we'll be all right. Now, this city is actually, I probably could use 2 stops from the very beginning, which is going to make it a little more complicated to set up, but that's okay. What kind of demand? Yeah, they demand a lot of food, so it's going to be a bit of it's going to take a while just to meet all the demand for this one city, let alone worry about trying to catch up with these other cities. So I think kind of just following along here will be the way to go. And what else was is there anything else I want to try to combine this station with? So yeah, you know what? I can combine it with those for Halifax and combine the oil station in there. So let's put, I think we're only going to need 2 tracks on this one. We will put it, you know, I think one of these stations will probably work out okay. I don't know that we're going to need a pass through on it. I really don't like the way that that's taken the land, but there we go. That's perfect. We're still on the goods factory, or the goods station, so that's great. All right, let's get this track coming out of here. We're going to want to curve over that way, yes. All right, we are going to want to stay level to the ground. Oh boy. What's more important? I guess we don't need to worry quite so much about the money at this stage. We've got $4 million. We're going to be spending quite a bit of money upgrading our trains here next year. But I think we'll be all right. There we go. And so we're just pretty much going to shoot straight across here. We're going to there, right? So I think if we cut across this side and then maybe swing around the food factory after we cross the river. So that should be pretty easy. Come out of there. Don't need to stay level anymore. I think I'm going to sneeze, so hopefully I don't sneeze into the microphone. But sometimes it takes me a minute to get the sneeze out, so feel like there it was. There you go. Great. Came not quite on schedule, but pretty close to on schedule. All right. We're going to turn you a little bit like that. And I'm just going to go straight there. I like it when the land is nice and flat, so I don't have to worry about. I can make, oh, not so much there, though. Fairly short segments without having to worry about having too much fill in there. And oh, this, okay, I spoke way too soon, I guess. Little modest hills within the or kind of rolling land, not enough to give us topographical lines or anything apparently, but enough to cause some minor. No, you know what? I want to keep going straight like we were. That's fine. And we'll come around here. Oh, so that's a very long segment there. And oh, look at that. no fill at all on that one. Beautiful. Can we get another one out like that? Not quite. We'll just do a raise right there. Great. Cross over that road. Oh, beautiful. And then we're going to keep going like that. And maybe drop you down. Up. Fun. Boy, discovering that M and N button to adjust the track was such a game changer for me, because I used to do like little segments, like, you know what I mean? I can't really do one short enough on here because of the road, but I used to do very short segments because I didn't know that. So I never use boats, so really there's no point in raising up the bridge above the water, and it's so much cheaper to build it if you don't raise it up. And we're going to build backwards from this station. So I guess we'll come out of here. We want to have you level. Well, it's going to be expensive. How about if I go like this, because of the way the hill is? I know it's counterintuitive to where we're wanting the direction that we're going to be going in, but then we're going to curve around like that, and we're going to let you drop down. Very good. Maybe at 50 miles an hour. Should be fine. Now, which line are we running on here? All right. So we're going to want to connect that. Nope. Cancel. Like that. There we go. Great. So where did my train? There it is. All right. Continue curving around. And yeah, it's going to be kind of a long track at 75 miles an hour, but that's fine. I don't like the fill there. There we go. It's going to be a very wide curve. Can we do that a little? 75, and I can't really drop it down anymore though. That's fine. You know, like with the trains that we're running right now, this stuff doesn't really matter. There's no point in fiddling around with this, but you know, in 50 years, it is going to matter because these trains will be going much faster than 75 miles an hour, and I'll want to be able to keep them at their optimal speed. All right, so we'll still be able to connect. Actually, that doesn't really look too. Oh, that's too expensive though. All right, let's do it. Whoa, so crazy. There we go. It's nice, and there we go. Beautiful. All right, so there is our new line, and it looks like I set it up properly. So we'll just double it up and do a little more doubling up right there. And boy, we'll have this line built by the time we get to next year. I'm actually going to pause it real quick so we can finish it off. Maybe get this line started. You know what? We should wait until next year so we can start out with one of those fancy new trains. There we go. And even further. Whoops. There we are. Cross this road. Sometimes it's a little tricky getting those crossings if you try to go an extremely long track piece. But that's, speaking of extremely long track pieces, there we are. And we're almost done. Connect right there, right? Right? Nope. Get in closer. Connect right there. And woo-wee, there we are. Beautiful. Connected. Now, let's find the center of that line. It's going to be about right there, I would say, kind of right near that road. Can we do a crossover track here? Ah, beautiful. Get some signals on there. And now divide those lines in two. Put in a few more crossovers. There we are. I noticed I was pointing again with my mouse pointer and you guys couldn't see it, which is frustrating. Frustrating when it does that too. So here's a little shit, that's not what I wanted to do, but we'll do it this way. So sometimes when it does that, I will just do like this, make sure it does it flat. That's going to be steep. Not going to like that. All right, and then we should be able to squeeze one in here. Too much slope. Ah, you're killing me, game. Ah, that's so far back. Ah, this is what we're going to end up having to do. Okay, let's try this again. Can you just go flat? There we go. Ugh, we're tearing up this terrain, wasting a bunch of money, unfortunately. Cross over and cross back. Beautiful, thanks. All right, and now you two can connect. 41 miles an hour, are you kidding me? How does that end up happening? Shit. Oh well. We've still got plenty of money. There we go, 75. Great. And let's put signals there so I don't forget where I put that. There we are. And then we want to divide this one in two as well. We'll just throw those right in there. Might be a little tricky getting it to go in here because we're going to get curvature issues as well. Ah, great. Thank you, game. You cooperated with me for a change. Right. All right. So there's that. And now we just need to put in signals. And another set there. And then we'll do another set there. And one more there. And then there's the entryway to the station right there. I like to set my signals just a little bit away from the where the tracks connect up, because that really comes in handy when you're trying to upgrade to electric tracks and high-speed tracks as well. I noticed that when I do the upgrade, a lot of times you get I can't remember what they're called, but you get like the conflicts. And you have to tear out your track or whatever, but really it's just the signals that's giving you that conflict. So if you set your signals to where they're not real close to the, or not too close to where the forks in the tracks are, then you don't have to worry about it so much. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pause it so we can get all the rest of this stuff done while the game is paused, or without. What am I trying to say here? In a time-efficient manner? I don't know. I think you get what I'm trying to say, though. Throw those in there. We're going to put another signal there. We're so close to being done. It's another signal set and one last set there. And then there's the entryway to the station. All right. I still need to get the station in there. We also need to get our truck lines and other lines set up. Where can we put in the depot? That's not going to give us a depot at all if we try doing that. But if we try putting this one like right there, should be fine. And then hopefully it'll be fine. I hate it when I mean, those things are cheap, so it's not really that big a deal. But looks like that's going to work out. And then if we go from here and connect that to there, great, cool. So now we've got a train depot set up there, and we're going to do 3 new lines. One of them is going to be for food, and this is going to be our beta depot, beta food, and this one will be the cattle line. So beta cattle, and this one will be, what's the name of this town? Bentham food, and you're going to be that color, and you'll be that color, and you will be yellow. I've already got you set, and maybe I have those backwards from what they are on the other one. I guess I could probably take a look at that. We're going to start there, we're going to finish there. You're going to start here. Nope. Remove. There we go. I say you are going to start here. Oh yeah, that's right. I got to do 2 of these. There we go. And we need these routing signals on here, and we need them down here as well. Whoa, too far. There we go. And you will start there. You'll go here onto, say, this track. Go there. And let's have you on that track instead. Great. All right. So now we've got a food train set up here. So we buy trains. Let's see how expensive these trains are going to be. We're going with this PLM, which is $1 million just off the start. And then, oh, we're going to need so many goods wagons on this thing because they only carry 4 each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that should be fine. You should be able to handle that. Let's clone you so we can have 2 of them. And we're going to set line. We'll just do this one to start with. And you're on beta food. Great. We're going to set you right there. So we'll keep an eye on you too so we get you balanced out properly. And I need to get road vehicles running. So we grab that. And we're going to put a road depot, I guess, right there. And then we're going to want to put another one over here. This, I think, is the smarter way of doing it instead of the way that I did it over at the other thing. All right, so let's, we need a bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I did, I did 17 or 18, and then I ran out of money. Set line all, this is beta cattle. Let's borrow up a bunch of money because we're going to need it to replace all those trains. We're going to have to start replacing our road vehicles too. All right, and then we come over here, and over here we're going to do the same thing. Just buy up a bunch of those. All right, and that's going to be beta, or it's going to be Bentham food, right? Bentham, beautiful, great. All right, that's ready to go. Now upgrade. This won't take very long at all. Look at all those trains we have on there. All right, so we are going to set vehicle. We're going to go with that. 1, and then, so if we do 4 of those and 5 of those, that'd be 20 of each. So then we'd be balanced out correctly. Great, I think that'll work. And we're going to set that to 25%. We're going to set that to yes. We're going to turn the game speed back on. We'll actually turn it up a little bit. And that's going to upgrade all those trains. Now, for some reason, I already undid the thing where I had both of these trains opened, so I could keep an eye on them and try to get them balanced out correctly. I'm not as concerned about all these trains or all these road vehicles reaching their lifetime replacement needs. Cool. So now we have gotten our second connection. You know what I'm trying to say. Our second city connection set up. This is a very aggressive run for me on this hard difficulty. Usually it's not until like 1920, 1930 that I'm able to start doing these things. So hopefully this ends up, I mean, I'm not concerned that we're not going to make enough money. Look at all of our cash is just disappearing, but we're replacing all these trains down here, and of course they're going to be very profitable as they get replaced. So, and we're going to have to start replacing all of our road vehicles here too, but I'd rather replace all of our trains first. That's kind of the, actually I'm just going to look at it this way. That's definitely the key thing as far as I'm concerned, is getting these trains replaced. Because these new trains, I mean, look at that, 38 miles an hour as opposed to, I think, 25 miles an hour, maybe 28 miles an hour for the current trains. I guess we don't really have to guess. I can go look, 28 miles an hour. So 10 miles an hour faster. Oh, I need to get this one set. There we go. Let's have you stop for a minute until the other train gets into its station, and you guys will be properly balanced. And it's going to take a little bit for food to start flowing on this one. And so we're going to have another little period where we're going to have to wait until we actually start making a profit. But we definitely, it shouldn't take too long to make a profit over here. Oh, you know what? But we're not going to make a profit. Gosh, dang it. And I spent all of our money and we can't borrow any more money. Damn it. I forgot to connect up the, okay, there we go. Great, thank you. So lucky. Oh, thank goodness I caught that. That would have been that's a very common mistake for me, unfortunately. Um, all right, so let's put that station there. Whew, that would have been a disaster. We're going to give a little bonus time to this episode just so you can see me get this fixed. There we go, right there. And then we're going to put I'll put the depot down here because that's closer to where the real demand is going to be. So we put you like that. That explains. I was kind of surprised that we didn't have any new demand showing up yet. There we are, and this is beta food. You're going to go from there to there, I say. Beautiful. Close you down. And just need to throw as many vehicles onto that one as I can. Maybe not as many as I can, but yep, as many as I can. And beta food. Beautiful. Great. Okay, now we should be doing good on that line. That should start bringing some cattle into that cattle factory, and we'll be in good shape. So that went by very quickly, that 25 minutes. I hope you've enjoyed watching this episode. I definitely had fun. I really enjoy laying down tracks. I hope it's not too boring for you guys. If you're watching and you think that that's really boring and you'd rather I do that like without recording it, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind just like pausing the game, laying down all the track, not recording it, and then starting recording once the track is laid down. Let me know what you think. And like I said, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you think no matter what you think. I always want to hear from you guys in the comments. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next episode. Bye.